Howdy everybody, KFox here, Casey Knight. I'm going to be showing y'all a lap guide around Snetterton 200 for the Production Car Challenge in the BMW M2 CS Racing here for week number 1. The track is at the set scheduled start time of 6:25 a.m. and the temperatures is in the same ballpark. The temperature right now of testing track temp is actually 19 degrees, so we should be in the same temperature range as in the race, without the traffic. Important thing with this race, I would say, is the BMW versus everything else. I did an AI race. The BMW is slower and slower to get into the braking than I would say the Mazda or the 8.6. It's got the braking range of about the Clio, honestly, so it's all got the power. So I would say if you're racing in traffic, don't focus on sending it into them. You got the power, you got the speed, you definitely got the speed. So just wait for the straightaway and just get them there. You might get the Mazda into a few corners, but don't try to push it into the braking zone. But let's stop looking on the outside of this car, and let's actually go on board of this car and get a good chasing lap of this. So here comes the guide portion of the race. So heading into turn 1, we're going to be looking in between the 2 and the 1 right here. I start braking at the 2, and I'm going about to 60%, and I'm just staying as far left as I can before I start to trail off very slowly and aim for these curbs. You want to hit the first part of these curves because right here there's a dip. And if you stay onto this apex right here, it will turn the car, but then right here on this exit, it will pop the car up, and you don't want to be hitting that part right there because it would just launch your car sideways. And now heading into turn 2, we're going to be braking at the 2 right here, and we're just going to be shifting down into third gear. We're not going to go into second gear. Second to third gear in this car, there was a fight in the family, and they don't get along with each other. So we're just not going to touch that. Going to get all the way to that inside curb, but not touch this sausage curb. I actually do clip a little bit right here, but as soon as we pretty much get to the sausage curve, I'm getting onto the power, and that helps rotate the car. I know in a few different setups there are different ways. The fixed setup, I was able to get down to a 116.19. So setups are not that important in this car, but they could fix certain features found in this setup. And don't worry, I will share the setup too. The setup will be linked in my Discord, and that my Discord will be in the description for all of those available. Then we're getting back into third gear, hitting this curb, clip a little bit of the grass if you want, and there you go. Now, down this back straightaway, you might need some sunglasses because if you have HDR enabled, you're going to get a little bit blinded. I actually cannot get HDR up in here, but in graphics, if you have HDR on, oh boy, that is, you're going to have an experience. I'll actually post a photo right now. Yeah, that's what it looks like down this back straightaway. So you're going to be blinded if you have that turned on. So heading in underneath the bridge, this is where the lap guy really takes, the lap really makes it or not. We're going to be looking at this 2 board and this orange cone, this orange little bit on the wall. Going to get onto the brakes and shift down all the way down to third gear. Aim for these little pylons to stay as far left before flicking the car back over to the right, hitting that apex curve, then getting back onto the throttle. Their car might get a little bit loosey-goosey on the exit. Don't worry, they got a little bit of track out there to help you out. And then heading into bomb hole, I lift off, and I sometimes tap a little bit of the brake, but I shift up right there to get the car to continue going up the speed, because if you stay in third, you're going to have to shift. That's going to slow you up. So I take that little moment where I'm lifting to shift up, and it's improved every time. heading into the final penultimate turns at Corham. This is going to be a little bit of a lift and then dragging the brake, or in my case, tapping the brake to just stay as close to this apex as possible. In my setup, I'm running the lowest wings, so I'm going to naturally go out wide, but just pretty much we're going to be lifting and tapping that brakes as soon as we see that sign. And lift off right there. Tap the brakes and make sure that we don't overshoot this apex. Going to stay on this curb, to stay beside this curb, and then get slowly back onto the throttle. And we're going to stay by these pylons. Right here, I'm going to shift down into third gear, and then we're going to get onto the brakes into Murray. Aim for this apex. Do not hit the sausage curbs. It's not sausage party. It is hit the apex party and hit the exit party, because that is a guide around Snetterton 200. The exits, you're going to be fighting the traction control a lot. I've been running with the MSN, the MDN, the middle traction control right there, because I felt that was easier for me to get the power down and without the maddening effects of the full traction control. So we're going to go on board of a full lap right here with me completely shut up on our cockpit view, and I hope y'all enjoy this lap guide. Hopefully this guide and setup help you guys out on your first week here in the Production Car Challenge. It certainly was a lot of fun to make, and I'm going to be making a lot more of these for all the cars in the BMW M2. So expect a M-Power at Sebring video to follow. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Remember, the setup is linked in my Discord in the description, and also on the BMW and PCC community Discords. Thank you all for watching. My name is KFox. Fox out.
Oh yeah, you fly so high, zoom like a flash in the sky. Oh yeah, you lead the pack, KFox, you ain't looking.